Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all having a lovely evening. This video is an update, really, on like sugars, Meghan Markle, stalkers, trolls online, that sort of thing. Now, as you all know, me and my family have had our issues. Taz, Wally, Murky, everybody has their issues online. There are trolls online. We all have our critics. Now, it occurred to me tonight because I saw some people who are very, very supportive. Thank you all, firstly, all of you, for being so supportive. But I've seen one or two comments where people say just block and ignore. They're just trolls. And I think that maybe we haven't made the position clear that what we are actually dealing with, and when I say we, I mean me, Graham, Faith, Ben, extended family, Gerty Roode, Trevor Coult. What we are and have been dealing with is a real person who stalks us in the real world. So this is not just trolling. It's not just hurty words on Twitter. This is someone who parked his motorcycle, stalked my daughter to her place of work, her new place of work, then went ahead of her in his motorcycle, parked his motorcycle on a roundabout, on the actual spherical roundabout, with his headlamp pointing at her exit where she was entering the roundabout at midnight. That happened months ago. Kent police are well aware of that, and they went through all the CCTV. Unfortunately, there was no CCTV of the roundabout, but they did find and tracked his motorbike on the M2 very near where she lives. This is a person who emails people in the real world to fuck other people's lives up. This is a person that none of us, not me, not Trevor, not Graham, not our family, not Gerty Roode, have ever did anything to in the first place. The most that we did, me, Graham and Trevor, was give him a shout out on his YouTube channel. I made a stupid recommendation video saying he had a voice like chocolate. Biggest fucking mistake ever. I was just trying to be nice. And if you saw the entire video, you'd see that I recommended about 5 YouTubers. And I spoke about how lovely their voices were. But he heard that one bit. Now, this has been going on now, for God's sake, this has been going on a couple of years. We as YouTubers tried to help him, gave him a shout out, and he has been nothing but a nuisance. And this is not just trolling on Twitter. This is real world. Now, what's brought this to a head tonight? Troll accounts that are connected to one that he recommends. Atlanta of Arcadia speaks the truth and justice, 100%, yep, blah, blah, blah. Has posted the full name, address and postcode of a rape victim. Someone who lives near Gerty Roode. How would anyone on Twitter know who lives couple of doors up, couple of doors down, couple of streets up from Gerty Roode? How would anyone find that out on the internet or single that person out? Now, what it appears to be, I have been aware for the last few weeks that someone has uploaded videos of this creep. I shall put all 3 links below so you can go and look and listen to the way he speaks. This creep who we all thought was okay. He was a little YouTuber. We all thought he was okay. Well, it turned out he's far from okay. And somebody obviously archived all of his videos before he privatized them. And they have put these videos up to show him up in his own words, how he speaks to people, how he behaves towards people. I mean, you'll hear him say crazy shit like, oh, there's some guy I don't know who owns a house and I need half of it because I want a 4-bedroom with a garage on the side, double garage, and then I can live with me mum for free. You'll hear him say things like, oh, I'm going to be like Mr. Beast. You'll hear him say things like, I'm not a danger to myself and the public. You'll hear him say all this crazy shit. You will hear him threaten my husband Graham, who has cancer. Back in February, he threatened Graham and called him a prick 10 times. Come on, let's go toe to toe. I'll kick your head in. You will see and hear. You want the answers to what I've been going on about, our stalker. You want to know why Trevor's been going out of his fucking mind. You want to know why Gerty Roode's been going out of her fucking mind. You want to know who was tormenting Wally. You want to know who's been tormenting the Duchess of Sussex. Click the links in the description and you will see. And he recommended the Atalanta troll account, which is part of a little nest of about 4 accounts, and one of them's called Screwed Slime. And Screwed Slime tonight apparently has flicked out on this lady who is a rape victim, posted her full name, address and postcode. Who do you think is behind that Screwed Slime account? Oh, well, all the troll accounts, the very small group of troll accounts have been going absolutely fucking crazy to find out who has dared to upload all the videos of him threatening Graham and calling him a prick, of him saying all this crazy shit. It's going fucking mental, this little nest of troll accounts. Now, these are not trolls. This is way, way more than that. This is stalking. Somebody purchased a copy of our son's birth certificate. That's real world. That's not block and ignore. And did you all know there's a charity called Paladin? And what Paladin do is they're like a bridging gap between a stalked victim and the police. Paladin have expert legal people who look at all the stalking laws. The victim goes to them and says, this, and this has happened. For example, a bunch of dog daisies was stuffed into our son's motorbike a few months ago. His brand new, beautiful motorbike outside our house. So our house is bristling with cameras now on the outside. What this guy does is he contacts people. Now, a few years ago, at Dolphin Safari, there was a disgruntled ex-employee, and there was a big doodah that he hated our bosses, but he didn't know where they lived, but he knew where we lived. So that was a whole other story, but it's all over my old Facebook. So this guy contacts our ex-employee from years ago, pre-COVID, and suddenly, a bunch of flowers dog daisies, carrier bag of dog daisies stuffed all over our son's motorcycle. The next day, this creep does a video saying, I was in Amsterdam once and I saw a bunch of flowers stuffed through someone's letterbox. Well, I realised, and then the Atalanta account posted a fake TripAdvisor review that the ex-employee had posted years ago. We got it removed from the internet years ago, but it's not available on the internet, suddenly turned up on the Atalanta account. We are up to here, really, up to here. Police, I suppose there's only so much they can do, and they're very busy people, but these are real world problems. How in the hell has this Screwed Slime posted the name and address of an innocent neighbour who's a rape victim? Well, not a neighbour, but someone who lives in the vicinity of Gerty Roode. It's just not that simple as block and ignore. And as I say, the charity Paladin, the one piece of advice they give people is if you have a real life stalker, the worst thing you can do is block and ignore. You have to watch and look and see. They were out to get our daughter fired from EasyJet, as you know. Hey presto. I don't know why I say they. He succeeded. Buying our son's birth certificate. This is actually not sugar territory. I think it came into our peripheral maybe because of sugars, but this is a real life stalker who's a real fucking problem. Same person has served court documents on Gerty Roode because apparently she is, in his mind, behind these videos. Links below so you can all see. Someone has put these videos up. Someone who knows what this creep is like. Someone who doesn't like this creep. I mean, the list is as long as a loo roll. You'll see. Go and watch. This is what our family has had to put up with. This is what we've been living. It is a living fucking nightmare. He will not fuck off. I received a legal letter from this same individual. He crowdfunded to send me that letter, but he never updated his crowdfund people and said he'd sent the letter. He never read the letter out. He never showed any solicitors' invoices. And I sent him a reply on the 7th of June. He never told his followers, he never told the people that he got the crowdfund money from that I'd replied. I sat on that and I very recently made a video. Fuck it, I'll put a link in the description to that so you can see and hear my response to him. For example, he wanted to sue me because Trevor Coult doesn't like him. He wanted to sue me for defamation because Trevor Coult doesn't like him. Another thing he didn't like was a man called Dave, who I've never met and don't know, and Graham doesn't, made a video about somebody else, but he could tell subliminally that guy's talking about me and he's looking at me in the camera, right? And every video I make, I'm thinking about him and I'm subliminally, well, I am this time, you fucking cunt. I am fucking talking to you. We are all wholeheartedly sick of you. Your YouTube channel was a failure because you are a nasty piece of work. You put no effort into it. Nobody bullied you. I gave you shout out after shout out after shout out. Trevor gave you like 100 shout outs. He even agreed to go live with you every Friday and Wednesday. You bored the shit out of him. And eventually he realized you were a little bit odd and he didn't want to do it anymore. So he fucked you off. Oh, and that's where it starts, doesn't it? Because all of us have to fix your life, your failures, don't we? Well, anyway, everybody, I urge you, go watch the links below and then you'll see. And remember that this screwed slime on X has just posted the full name, address and postcode of a rape victim, because this person apparently is so incensed that somebody has had the gall to put the videos up of this creep that he's tried to delete and hide off the internet. Somebody obviously archived it and banged it all up for the world to see, and he's wanting to know who did it. This is, if anyone out there is suffering from a stalker, there's a big difference between a troll on Twitter and a fucking stalker. They go round and they grab, when you collate photographs of children in their underwear. Now, they may be harmless photos that family have put up, but when you go that little boy and that little boy and that little girl and that birth certificate and that company, that's a criminal offence. Doing all of that and putting it in one place, and it's a very small nest of these weirdos on Twitter. I don't know why I keep using the word they. Thank you all very much for listening, and I'm sorry to inflict it on you, but I do urge you to go and watch all of the videos linked to the 2 channels that have had the bravery, and I thank them, whoever you are, for making these videos of this weirdo so everybody can see the crap that not only our family have had to put up with, threats against Graham during cancer surgery and chemo. They're going to see all the threats against all of the other YouTubers. This guy's fucking mental, and we've been trying to get him arrested by Sussex police for a very fucking long time. I suppose it's because some members of the community are vulnerable and then the police don't want to act. For the life of me, I don't know why the police don't act, but I think they're probably going to very soon, because the lady whose details were posted, this is fucking serious, really fucking serious. Thank you very much for listening.